Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, hello everyone. How's your day? I hope your day is treating you well. Yeah, I was supposed to stream yesterday, but goddamn, that heat wave crushed me. Not gonna lie, like what was that even? Oh well. Yeah, let's say that the weather this day is not very kind, like to nobody. So I was like, yeah, I can make it. I can do a small live, and the weather was like, nope, you're just going to have a horrible headache because you decided to have a doctor appointment in the middle of the highest temperature. Like it was around 3 in the at noon, and I was like, God damn, couldn't have they put it in that anywhere else, like in any time, like where the sun isn't like hitting you like on the head right away with the thousand deaths of sun or something like that. But no, like come here at that hour, we have nothing else. And I had to walk there, and I was like, yeah, I can take it. No, I couldn't take it, not at all. So I did the appointment, all good, and then everything like, and then I felt like so bad. Okay, let me put back my chat, and not that. Okay, the chat overlay is here. So anyways, I hope your day is treating you well. I hope the heat wave didn't destroy you just like it destroyed me. As you can see here, I'm trying to do some practice with a reference sheet, because let's say I want to do something better for a reference sheet, like instead of the typical copy-paste typos I have for my other characters, like it's some sort of gacha game leak, if you get what I mean. Anyway, so I decided to use my Tav from Baldur's Gate 3, also known, I call her Ko, because I'm an original, and I thought, I spent so much time in character creation. By the way, this is here in the armor. I am not going to draw her in armor, like, just yet. Like, I think she has a pretty good... Not like, not because, like, I'm bored to draw armor. Actually, yes, I'm also a bit bored to draw armor. I'm kinda scared with the whole painting metal on tiny areas that nobody's going to notice at the end of the day. But here we are. It's also because on Baldur's Gate 3 you constantly, how you progress, like you constantly change armor to fit your build, and I'm like, am I going to draw 5 armors for a reference sheet, even though I know I'm going to change it in the next side quest when I find something better? No, I will just take a screenshot and use it for my official artwork whenever that comes, and whenever it's going to be used. Anyways, so here we have Ko. I'm just going to do the camp outfit, because my vision for Ko, for her camp outfit, is not what I want, that I can find like close to the game at least, or at least I haven't found it yet. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm playing offline, like I'm not going to stream it because my internet is going to crash and burn at the thought of loading Baldur's Gate. Yes, okay, Baldur's Gate. Yeah, like just the idea of catching view live streaming Astarion's hair strands, detailed hair strands, is going to blow up my PC and my internet along with it. Yeah, so anyways, as you can see, I sketch really fast the front of her. For the outfit is just like a simple like camp outfit, like top, the shorts. Like I was like going for, should I give her tight leggings and then the high boots, but then I was like, no, it will be so close to Lazel's feet, camp feet and Shadow Hearts. I decided kinda against it. Instead I gave her like fluffy, like some sort of lieutenant type of outfit, or whatever Tomb Raider got cooking, I guess. I don't know much about Tomb Raider, so bear with me and my stupidity. So I was like, yeah, sure, I will go for the fluffy pants and the high-ass boots, because for those who don't know, she's a Tempest cleric, but she has thunder powers on the Tempest domain, which is so funny. I could have gone full Talos domain or Tempest, whatever they are called, but my stupid ass says, Tempest, Tempest, sounds the same thing, might as well. Because, and it fitted really well, because the Tempest in the whole Baldur's Gate 3 and D&D stuff apparently is a very chaotic neutral god. Like, watching from the sidelines, I believe, based on my headcanon. I didn't delve that much in the 5e type of tempos, because I don't know, I don't think I will play some sort of D&D 5e with that type of thing anytime soon. So anyways, enough me talking. I did offline like the back. I struggled a lot, I struggled with the back a lot, because it's different from the typical typos. So I just went on and they took a photo of me, then traced some outlines to make it as close as to the reference. But let's be real, me compared to the reference, I'm not the supermodel. And so I just like went with that. As you can see, it's way different, but similar to the thing that I aiming for Ko, because Ko is like a well-trained individual, like a skilled adventurer type of thing. I will talk about her as I draw her. So I got the hands right, in my opinion, like the back. I think it's going, the most of it is going to be covered based on her feet, and like, we don't talk about the ass, don't talk about it. Anyways, it's similar somewhat to her body type, I guess. Even though in Baldur's Gate 3 she's kind of tiny type of hourglass, due to the whole model limitations. I don't know if I'm in future gameplay I'm going to download some mods that are going to add more body types sweet choices. I hope so, because the last time I attempted to download a mod, I just basically destroyed a folder and had to re-download all my games once again. And because imagine going through the process of downloading Baldur's Gate 3 with city internet. It's really painful, really horrible, and I do not recommend it to anyone. So if you're a noob and you see a folder named wrong in your game files, please Please, for the love of God, just leave it be. Do not rename it. It's probably going to fuck up so many files in the process. Yeah. Anyways, I talked enough. Time to draw. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put this on a folder that says back, and I will let it be for now. Instead, I will go for the front, the easiest part, because I'm a bit way past the sketching phase of that. Like you can see, it's somewhat a clean sketch, so it's a good time to start line arting. Yeah. Anyways, I will go for this, and yeah, let's go. Anyways, if I am a little bit of short talk today, it's because I'm trying to log in, so if anyone is in the chat, feel free to derail me as much as you want, like, because what is a live stream without a chat derailing the person who's streaming? Or whatever, you can just see me derail, and then, excuse me, I'm going to do a water break real quick. Okay, so unless you're like in the chat and watching me getting derailed, and they will be like, oh my god, get back to work, to Timothy, it's going to take you 5 months to finish this. And you're right, it's going to take me 5 months, because guess what, not only am I a busy bee, I also downloaded Woowa, and I am on the grind set. I went so hard on the grind set, because they told me to just explore. I have 5 days to explore for a chance to get a standard 5-star, and I'm like, and I'm like, bet. I went bet on a gacha game. Yes, who is the addicted person right now? Okay, let's be real. I don't think I'm going to make it, because it, like, life happens. We are busy. I'm a busy person. There is no way I'm going to, like, I'm touching grass, guys. Even though it doesn't show, I'm touching grass, and I have other things to focus, like to find a good beach, organize a beach trip. Let's be real, because there is no way I'm going to survive in this that heat wave without going for at least one bath before the end of August. God damn it. The only thing that's keeping me from driving my way to the beach is my noobness. I'm still a noob when it comes to driving. And the fact that now everybody's going to the beach because everybody's going to have their vacation trips. And the nearest option, it's like 30 minutes away, but because everyone is going, it's going to be 45 minutes away trip with a lot of traffic jam in roads that weren't supposed to be traffic jammed. And I'm like, do I have the energy? Do I have the nerves of steel yet to do that trip with my car? And while also dragging 5 of my not 5, maybe 2 to 4 people as passenger princesses on my car. The last time I had one person as passenger princess, and let's be real, it was a fun experience, because we were driving on the way from I was driving her from the way from our destination. Like, I was driving her home, and because we got in like another traffic jam in the city this time, and I was looking for a place to drop her off. I accidentally hit my mirror on a on a trash can, let's say, a big trash can, and I just watched my mirror being dismantled live, speedrun edition, and I'm like, oh boy, I'm fucked. I'm so fucked. And anyways, I just pull off on the side in front of a hotel, and the chauffeur guy comes in and I was like, can I help you? And I'm like, oh, I destroyed my mirror. Can you help me? And they helped me, and that experience, just that, and the idea of doing a 45 to 1 hour, maybe 1 hour and a half, depending on the beach we want to chill. After that, it's like a bit of like, maybe not yet. You get what I mean? So maybe next year, what I'm saying. Right now I'm trying to find like a good let's say trip, like a organized trip for a beach day, and then get all my friends to hang out with me, because I don't want to be alone on a beach trip. Like, what's the fun with that? The whole preparation type of thing is kind of oof, but at the same time it's the fun behind it, which is really it's really fun. Like, I do enjoy it. And well, okay, here, good. Also here, okay, back to Co. The transformation, the transition, let's say, not transformation, from the human version, like the realistic version that Baldur's Gate has, to my art style. It's pretty interesting. Like, look at her go. She's like, so, let's be real, I don't know what I was thinking when I was designing her. I was like, how do I make a war cleric, but also do not make it ridiculous like the ones that you see on clips, on shorts, like for Baldur's Gate, trying to do something random, something stupid that you'll never do in your own gameplays because you're either too nice or it doesn't fit with your character, or God forbid you hurt the feelings of your twin vampire man. Let's be to the Astarion fans, I'm sorry, I'm dodging a lot of on your silly vampire, but it's okay, I get the appeal, but I'm more of a Gale girly. Yeah. Yeah, so guess who is romancing that character? Like, who's going to romance this character in Baldur's Gate? Of course it's going to be Gale. Like, I love that my mutuals are like, yeah, you're going to like Gale, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I was like, I want this autistic wizard. Yeah, we love the autistic wizard here in this house. I'm like, do not zoom in there just yet. Anyways, for me, like, usually characters like in Baldur's Gate 3 have like a really dramatic story and things like that. And for Ko, I was like, I don't think I want to go so dramatic type of Oshi just yet. Just yet. I love that I have the let's say, how do we call it in English? The knowledge of thyself that I'm going to traumatize Natoshi as well in a way, shape, or form, as if the tab generally in the main events goes through so many shit, and they could have been just a random passing by in Baldur's Gate, and then they get kidnapped by mind flyers, and they go on an adventure picking up random strangers with the same situation that are probably so they are definitely, they have a lot of issues, trust me, and we are basically the therapists of those characters in some way, shape, or form. Like, you can either help them get out of that situation, or just make them worse. Like, Jesus, like, I've seen bad endings for characters in Baldur's Gate 3, and the I came across Lae'zel's ending, the bad one, and I was like, mouth agape, like, I would never do that to my girly Lae'zel. Like, also, yes, my favorite character from my for all the romances and whatever from the girlies, it's Lae'zel. Like, she's amazing. She can break me in half. Do not take this out of context, but let's be real. She could call me Istik any day, and I will be like, understandable. Have a nice day. Oh boy, what am I saying? Yes, I'm an Istik. Thanks for noticing. Oh boy. Yes. So pretty much that's the thing. So what else? Like, I'm like in my second gameplay, like I started another one on the side that's like with a Dragonborn, because I really love Dragonborns as a race in D&D generally, and in Baldur's Gate 3 because it's also D&D themed, and I really love them. Like, I can be a silly lizard. Like, you can tell from my model as well, which for anyone who doesn't know, Timothy is a nymph. Oopsie. Timothy is a nymph that has elements of an alpine newt, and the alpine newt, it's like it's a silly little underwater amphibian. Yeah. So anything amphibian-like and lizardy is like, it's for me. Yes, I like it. You're mine now. You're my friend now. So yeah, I created a Dragonborn Paladin because I'm so interested in the Paladin character type of build generally, and I was like, yeah, I will create a Paladin girly romance with Lae'zel. And I will be like, yay! I'm so happy for them, and I can't wait to progress them. Also, on my second playthrough, I'm more thorough from inserting stuff, and I find things that I missed in my first playthrough with Ko, and I'm like, oh boy, I need to revisit those as Ko and see how she would react in those situations, because like, it's so different, like the way Vian is a Dragonborn character, and Ko are reacting in so many situations is so different, yet they're co-signing in certain situations, because they're both like neutral type. I think Vian is more neutral type, but Ko is more like on the neutral, but also does the right thing. Okay, in order to explain this better, Ko in Baldur's Gate 3, she's a Tempus cleric. She had a condition, inherent condition, that made her foresee the future of certain scenarios, whether small premonitions about things like, oh, this will happen and that person is going to trip and fall, and then they will that person will trip and fall, or a horrible accident will happen or something like that. She will have random premonitions by just working on specific places, but she doesn't know if those visions will take place in the far future or the near future. So if she sees the event take place in the near future and does something later, and does something to avoid it, she will later have a horrible migraine, which in small things it will be like, okay, whatever, I can live with it. But if she does something big that it's going to derail the entire future, like let's say she sees a horrible carriage accident happening, and she will be like to that person who is in that horrible carriage accident, hey, why don't you avoid that route at least for 20 minutes, or just go very slowly, and she basically prevents that guy for having the carriage from having a horrible accident. She will have a migraine that it's going to bedrid her for a few days. And she didn't know why she had those. She didn't she was getting those. She knew that it was a helpful power to have, but at the same time she didn't want to overuse it, because having horrible migraines like every day just to predict the future, it's going to be dilapidating and exhausting. So what Ko did, like in many cases, as she was growing up, she didn't have a good grasp on it, because that, like, she told her parents and they were like, okay, let's see doctors. The doctors didn't understand where they was coming from. The wizards were like, it's just an inherent ability, like, in order to do, it's just an inherent ability. Many people get that. She will have to live with that, basically. They were like, the only way for her to assess her is to give her some remedies to calm down her headaches and migraines, but that always cannot do the trick most of the times. Like, if you and Ko was like, okay, I get this horrible vision, what am I doing morally? Do I just sit there and let it happen so I can have so I cannot get sick and exhaust myself? Or do I just do something, warn someone, and suffer the pain, basically, but you have to live, and basically it's the moral idea of my own good versus my own physical health, and versus my own psychological and moral health. type of idea I was thinking with Ko when I created her. So at the end of the day, she didn't. Since she couldn't, she was patient. She was managing like her expectations with trying to stay as much as out of the picture. Like she didn't want to make a big name as the kid, the miracle kid that could foresee the future, because she had that from a really young age, and like some sort of the seeress, the kid that could see the future. She didn't want to have that because she knew at the end of the day that will worsen her health and the situation she's in. So she, with her parents, like she was like, "Can we? I don't want to be a big serious or something." Thankfully, her parents respected her wishes, and they were like, "Okay, we will just help you live with that as much as we can." And her dad was basically an adventurer, so in his adventures, he was like, I will try to find someone to help you if I come across one in my trips. Unfortunately, her dad passed away on those adventures, so it was her and her mom. I could add some sadness here, a little bit of angst here, just to be like, oh damn. You get what I mean? So let's say she's somewhat traumatized, but not fully like type of Gretzky type of traumatized. Oh boy. Anyways, as she grew up, like she reached her adulthood, like she was like, okay, I cannot live like this. Like I cannot bear with the questions. Like she had so many questions on where did that originate from, and she went, I will become an adventurer, and I will go look for some sort of a cure or something like that, but not type of instead of like going directly to look for a cure, she just okay, let's see how where am I? Okay, I did the body, the upper body. Instead of going looking for doctors and things like that, she was like, okay, since the wizards and the doctors didn't help me, I will go to the celestials type of she literally said, I will find gods. So she kept going to temples, finding clerics, and to see what the hell is going on with her, like, since it's like something inherent, maybe a celestial type of creature will know its origins. And if she finds the origin, she will probably find a way to cure it. And this is where my whole Tempus headcanon comes in. So for anyone who has no idea who Tempus is, he's basically the god of battles. He's a very neutral type of god. So and the way he works is basically he has a chariot with horses. If the horses are the ones, if the horses he's carrying at your side of your battlefield are dark, you are meant to lose the battle. And if the horses he's having in his chariot are white, it means that great victory is coming your way and you're in the battlefield. So Ko looked for all the gods she knew, and none of them had answers to her condition. But Tempus was like, oh, hold on, it's been a while since I saw one of those. She basically answered her prayers and gave her like an answer to her question. Turns out that Ko, he, like a huge like generations like way before her were some sort of apostates, like I don't know how you call it in English, but they were basically traitors. Her generation before her were traitors of temples. Basically, those traitors abused the god's name for their own, for power and money. And temples find out that they basically abuse his name to sway the crowd. And so because they did that, Tempus was like, okay, I'm going to curse you guys. They basically, those peoples got rightfully Cassandra'd. And each time they foresaw the future, no one would believe them. But also, they would, if they tried to do something about it, they would suffer horrible consequences, like, and in this case those are the mind grains. But since the type of since that generation, like the few remaining survivors were so far behind in the generation, just got away with just the whole type of you're just having migraines because of that. And Ko was like, well, shit, what? How can you fix that? And Tempus was like, I cannot fix it, but you have to live with that. But if you're going to serve me and basically try in a way to amend the damage your ancestors did centuries ago, I can at least grant you with some power and healing remedies to at least live off a little better, if you catch my drift. So basically Quill was like, well, this is better than nothing, and if I try to serve you, if you say and give me those healing powers to at least make the pain more bearable by myself, and instead of like spending a lot of money or finding the right doctors who will cure, whatever, I will become a cleric for you. She basically was like, okay, sure. And she became a Tempus cleric. So that's her backstory, basically. She became a Tempus cleric because she finally got her diagnosis from a god. Congratulations. And let's say Tempus is not the best god the way I told him, but at the very least he was like, yeah, I don't think the future generation should suffer from something like that. I will give this one a chance, or at least try to amend the damage in a way, shape or form for that person, because they didn't deserve it. Let's be, because I personally believe if Tempus saw a person who didn't have to do anything with whatever their ancestors did, like Ko was like in her 20s and was like, hey, God, the person, whatever, I have that problem and I don't know what to do. Even the eldest gods do not know what is going on. Did you know anything? And Devus was staring down to that person and they were like, oh shit. That's what I imagined in my head. Anyways, water break. And that's how Ko became Tempus Cleric. She has some adventure experience because in order to travel, she got the basic survival skills to traverse from her dad. Also, a specific mentor that I'm saving for the Dragonborn character who has a different backstory. So Ko has some adventure experience in order to survive in the wilds. That's why she has a good survival check. Also, I gave her the Sage ability, basically because the moment she enrolled in the Temple of Tempus, she literally she had no knowledge about that god, so she was like, I will know everything and I will help with my condition, and I will learn as much as I can. Other people, if I come across them, because she knows that there might be another descendant that might have a similar condition with her, so she will try to her best to assist. And as for her visions, they keep happening. So an attempt, like a tip, let's say, she was given to reduce the times those visions were coming, is basically to conceal her, to use like an eye cover. Let's see, let me give that, not the cloak, not the eye cover. So when she enrolled in the Tempus like temple, she got a nice eye cover that has the Tempus symbol on top of it. Yeah, which is cute, but I cannot unfortunately add that in the game because they do not have eye covers implemented or in that. Maybe if I mod it, maybe in a future playthrough. But that eye cover basically doesn't like blind her or something like that. It just obscures the vision just enough for her to not get that visions like as she's getting by the day. If she's like in some sort of hardcore mission, she is probably going to have that eye cover down, so she can foresee whatever it's coming her way and take the hit. When like she'd rather watch her survival bodies, like her teammates survive, and then she can just put a healing spell on top of her and barely get by the danger, to say. Yeah, so that's Ko with your character story. As for the Baldur's Gate 3 events, basically she's just an adventurer. She got kidnapped, got forced the tadpole in her eyes, and she was like, well, shit. That's another mind problem that I have to deal with. Oh boy, I don't think Tempus can help with that. It's like, oh boy, I don't think the healing spell could do that. Could do the trick for this one, let's say. Okay, this is the hair. Hair lines. Upper half. lines. Don't mind me, I'm naming the layers. And belt lines. And those are the pants and lines. Okay, now let's see the second. Okay, I think we're okay-ish. One thing that I want to do for future drawings, like, is to add some line art volume. But I don't think I will do that now, or maybe when I have a better light source established. But also for that one, I don't think I will establish a light source. I think I will just go for the but how can I say this? Simple base color, because I don't think we need to be that detailed with a reference like fully shaded, fully colored. Like when I fully shade and render, like the entire base color changes are depending on the shadows and the light source that I have. Yeah. And what else? Okay, now for my favorite part, the face. I think I will do also a close-up of your face with different expressions, because I think I kinda cooked with the war makeup. In my head canon, I think Tempus clerics, when they go on adventures, they put on the war makeup on, and cleric is one of them. Who I kinda cooked with the pink, not pinks, the purple ones on the face. Not gonna lie, she's just an emo girl going for a Kiss concert. So yeah, let me check something real quick. Okay. Okay, so what's this? Okay, good. Let me... Oh, give me a second to do a small BRB. I need to check on something. Oh, okay. 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 We're back. We're back, guys. Yeah. I had to feed the Judy. Judy the Bogo. Judy needs to eat. The bestest Bogo. Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to do the boots. Shoes and feet are like my worst part. Like the worst drawing part because I don't know. Something puts me off from practicing on those. If you get what I mean. Like, hands, okay, like, everybody struggles. So basically, what else? Let's find a way to draw the touches. Like, the fingers, not touches. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Them fingers. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy, I'm going to sneeze. Give me. Good thing that I'm muting my mic, that I was going to pick it so bad. Oh boy, you could see with my model. Anyways, back to the drawing. Okay, here's for my favorite part. I really want to draw the face. Like, even I'm going to go so hard on the eyes, even though I know half of it is going to be covered, and yeah. Anyways, about the okay, so for anyone interested in the romance type of Baldur's Gate, because I know you people, some of you treat the game like some sort of dating sim, even though the whole dating sim part is just the side quest. Like, if you want, you can fix the character. If not, you can just speedrun the whole game without having anyone romanceable. So yeah, Ko would probably like go for Gale in a way. She will have some sort of interest with Yale because she kinda sees herself once she finds out about his she basically can relate a little bit. Like, her interest with Yale started because Yale told her about the condition. Also, she thought she was just a silly guy. She was like, oh, that guy talks funny. Like, he's a guy of books, like fun stuff. When she pulled him out of the good portal, and she was like, oh shit, that's going to be fun. So basically did the whole prayer to alleviate the aggressiveness of the portal, and then just stuck him out of that, and then started when the Gale was like, hello, I'm Gale of Waterville Co. was like, oh, he's a silly guy. Okay, that's fine. That's a better introduction than being ambushed by a Starrier with a knife on your throat. Yeah. Anyways, at first she thought, okay, he's just a silly guy. We will get along. And then she found out about the condition, and she was like, oh, I understand that feeling, like having to have those like she had similar issues, and she was like, okay, what can make it better, like can reduce the problem for you? And Yale told her about the artifacts, and I was like, oh, sure. And she basically helped him, and then found out the whole thing, and it was like, yeah, so basically what I have Gil was like, so yeah, the thing that I have, it's a bomb, and a nuclear type of bomb. And Ko was like, excuse me? Oh, that's just migraines, like, or being oh, that's worse than migraines, dude, what the fuck? But at the same time, like, even everyone was like, yeah, we should kick Gale out, that's dangerous. And Chico was like, you know what? You're on the way to find a cure, and basically we will deal with that. She basically was like, listen, I know how you feel. You are on that type of state that you don't know what to do when you have that condition. I will help you, because I can relate to that. And back then, when I was adventuring and finding people, I had nobody. She literally didn't have any close familial ties. She had a few adventurers, but those were just passerby adventurers to help her get to the destination. She was basically, yeah. She was either traveling alone the safe distances, or she was paying a few adventurers to escort her safely, like extra hands, to the destination she was visiting. And yeah, she was like, okay, we will find the problem with you. Also, you have the whole tadpole thing in your head, so the more we have on our side to find the cure for that as well, the better. And the whole romance thing kicked off. Hooray for them, they are happily married. Not yet, but it will happen eventually. Okay, I will do even the eyebrows here. And here. Okay. Yeah, what else? Okay. Oh boy, someone is honking. Oh boy. What are they honking about? Okay. Oh, I forgot about the ear here. Let's do that. Okay. I think Ko would have a few wrinkles, like, not wrinkles, like the thing here. For I think like Ko is probably around the same age as Gale. I think, like, she basically before the Baldur's Gate 3 events, she was basically a well-seasoned cleric and a well-seasoned adventurer. For that way, like, compared to the experience she had when she was 18 and trying to find the Celestials to help her with the division, like the premonitions, whatever the condition she had. She is more experienced. Is like she got through all the trainings to be a full-blown Tempus cleric. Like she actually became one of the let's say very reliable ones, because a girl could sustain herself. Like she could pick and choose her fights. What I'm saying, she wasn't the type of cleric, the type of fighter that would start the fight. She would be like, okay, if there is a way to talk my way out of a fight, I will use it. If it fails, then we'll draw weapons. And that can be seen, like the way she handled herself in Act 2, where she goes through to gather information in the mountain pass, like where she goes through the gold monster and the other thorns, like the doctor and the bartender. Like a woman drunk so much just to not fight the bartender, and the way she managed to achieve that, she was like, oh, Tempus help me, sucks down the thing. Oh, Tempus help me, sucks down the thing. And in all this, she was because when you pray to your God, you always roll with an advantage. And she was nailing all those advantages, but her checks to convince like the bartender to tell a story, because her charisma is just only in +1. It didn't work because the checks were so high for that, but at the same time she was the thing is, she was telling the truth on her adventures. She wasn't rolling high enough and the guy didn't believe her, but when she was rolling deception, she was succeeding all those high checks. And I was like, I could imagine Kobe like sweating so hard because she was like, oh my god, what did I just do? He cannot believe the things that were happening, but he believes all the lies. And a Stadion in the background would be like, because Ko is like the goody good shoes and Astarion is just the gremlin. So yeah, that happened, and basically she managed to just explode the guy, and then because he in the whole mountain pass where you have to fight the doctor, she basically because she has the sage ability, she used her knowledge because she succeeded in the whole background checks and etc. But the wisdom, and yeah, she knew she basically knew what type the SARS believers were doing here. She basically used that knowledge against the doctor, so he she made the nurses kill the doctor basically. Without putting without breaking a sweat. Okay. This is the face, not the eyes. Face lines. Okay, good. And what else? Okay, so face lines, and now we will do the makeup. Because when Ko wears that, see. Okay. Okay. Nope. Okay. Locking in here. We are locking in. Okay. And here. Okay. This won't show very well. Okay, here. Nope. Okay, good. Yeah, it doesn't feel like. As for the alignments, Ko is like, she's very neutral, but also good shoes. Like, she helped the tieflings, she killed Wintara, oof. And basically, because she's a good shoes, Gale fell head over heels for her. And then Astarion is like, this bitch. Why do we keep saving children? No, I believe that Astarion and Ko have that bestie type of rivalry because Astarion, like in Act 2, he basically would be like, okay, thanks for the book, the magic book. You could have easily give them to Gale, but why did you give it to me? And Cole would be like, because it's funny to see you go insane. he probably Astarion was like, okay, fair. Fair, it's a win-win for both of us. Yeah, like Cole was like, okay, that guy's a bitch, but I think he's been through a lot, and that's why he's a bitch. And then the whole vampire thing came out, and like, okay, now my theory is confirmed. That's the reason why you're a bitch. And then the and then yeah, Silent opened up about Cazador, and Go was like, oh boy, that's oh, Jesus Christ. Not Jesus Christ, Tempus Almighty would be like. Oh boy, okay, when we find that Cazador guy, yeah, I will let you stab him if we come across that guy. So, yeah, okay. Now, I will open the sketch here, not that. I will open for the eye cover, and then go, not that, cover this. Okay. So yeah, basically Starion and Co became besties after that. As for Lae'zel would be like, I think Co would be like feels Lae'zel betrayal. Spoilers for Lae'zel's quest. Whatever that happened at the Crest, she saw the whole thing that happened to her because Blackheath basically attempted to murder her in cold blood when she was a devout follower. And she saw Lae'zel going through it, and Ko was like, okay, I'm here with you. I'm here for you if you want to talk it out. You've been through a lot. I know your faith is shaken right now. That could easily have happened to me with my god. So, yeah, take your time. I'm here to listen to your problems. And Lae'zel was so probably awestruck with the way Ko handled her because she basically the lifestyle, and she basically has a mutual respect for Ko, even though at first she had probably developed feelings because, oh boy, war girly, in front of me, and she doesn't want to kill me right away and helps me, whatever, you know. And she was like, hey, I want you. And Ko was like, calm down. Calm down, girl. Not like that. You got the wrong message. I love you, friendly, but yeah, calm down, please. Yeah. And it's okay. It's probably in an alternative universe. In an alternative universe, Lae'zel gets that war cleric girl, if you get what I mean. But I think I have other plans for Lae'zel and the romance companion. Okay, the eye cover is ready. Okay, eye cover. Well, let's put the lines. Okay. Oop. And okay. And what else is left? Okay, I think it's the rose and okay, we are removing this, we're putting the face lines. And then, oh, it's the hard part. Here we go. Here we go. Worst case scenario, I probably rage quit on that one and pull a reference offline and do it myself. Also for the next stream, I think either I will work on this more or probably do some Krita drawing because yeah, I re-downloaded Krita and I'm trying to do a small transition to Krita because Krita has a lot of more resources than Painttool. My only downside with Krita is that unfortunately it doesn't have the brushes that I created, and I cannot make a smooth transition from Painttool to Krita because the way Painttool brushes are formatted are way different than Krita, and probably that's because Shy is considered a little bit, not a little bit, a lot outdated to make smooth transitions to other drawing programs without pulling your eyes out in the process. So probably when I'm creating, I will probably start entirely different work in progresses in Krita because like I will be working for a while with the default brushes and yeah, and the default brushes, not that I have a problem with them, it's just they do not give me that aquarelle feeling that I have with my own with my own brushes that I created. Basically the only thing that I did to Sai is just change a few pressure type of things and blendings. Like I did some changes and just put the effect that I'm drawing on an aquarelle paper, and I don't know how to do that for Krita. So each time I'm drawing, I feel like the pencil is drawing on aquarelle, and it gives that sort of paper feeling, if you get what I mean. Let's remove the sketch note that. Okay, whatever. And I'm not even trying. Oh, I should be trying. Okay, here, and here. Oop. Okay, maybe after that I will call the stream. I will call it a day, and make something to eat, and yeah, I will make something to eat. I will make myself a really nice salad, a really refreshing salad. Yes, and tomorrow I will just relax. Not just relax, I have to visit a friend. But in the morning I will just take it easy. Okay, good. Let's see how bad this is it. It's okay, I can live. I can live with that. Not the best, not the worst. It could have been far more worse, to be real. But you could have opened the reference. Yeah, I'm bored. Let's be real. Guys, I'm bored. Maybe some other time where I will decide to actually take it seriously and see real improvement. Over here, this is here, here, a little bit of here. Okay, and with that, I will just do this. To add something to have. Nope. Here. Yep. And here. Nope. Let's delete C. I will do some cleaning here to make it more smooth. Okay. And here. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah. Let's do this. Then this. Here. Oh, I really hope I can copy paste this so easily later. When I'm doing for the other part. Yep. And here. And oops, I messed up here. I did mess up. Okay. Okay. Well, here we go for the other part, and yep. Okay. Let me control Z this one. Okay. This. Oop. Oop. And here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think. Okay, we are good. We are really good. I think we made a good progress so far. Let me just name it. Good line. Okay, save it and call it for today. Okay, guys, thanks for joining the stream today. It was small, like it's the best that I could go for, and hopefully I will see you on Friday without me dying from the heat wave. Yeah, so until next time. See ya. See ya.